Hello everybody, here we are on the series how to make a neck through base, how to build a neck through base. This is part 11. This is where we're going to map out the neck thickness from front to back. Before I do that, I'm going to make a couple little punch marks on the headstock. I saw it and it's on my mind. This is a 5-string bass, but you're going to hear me punch 6 times. Here's for the logo, and then the rest are tuners. Alright, those marks are very specifically laid out by means of a template that I took a lot of time to design. And that template probably took about 7 or 8 tries before I got it to where it is now. I could do a whole video series alone on making templates. That was actually one of the first challenges of becoming a builder, was learning how to make those things. When you design something original, you can't just go to the store and buy them. You have to make it. Alright, front to back thickness. Oh, one more step before I do that. I need to take my body template. Line that up. And we're going to trace the shape of the tail on the very end. Like that. That's going to tell me where the butt end of those wings needs to line up. That's a helpful tool. Now we're going to turn it on its side. It doesn't really matter which side you want to do first. It's personal preference. I always do the bass side on a right-handed bass first. That's just how I do it. First we're going to deal with the playing portion of the neck. So I mark at the 1st fret and the 12th fret. I put a little swoop right here because that's where it's going to trail off and turn into what will be the upper bout. I take my straight edge, lay it down on the marks, and map it out. And then I'm going to make a little swoop. Let me turn this where you can see. A little swoop mark right here for the beginning of the volute. The volute is the little bump, the little arched curve that I carve into this area, and that's there for structural stability. Let me scooch some things real quick. Sorry, I'm running out of room. All right, this is ridiculous. Hey, it's real life. It's unscripted. All right. Now I'm going to map out the headstock thickness. Here and there, I'm taking advantage of a straight edge so I can lay this ruler flat. Boom. And then I'm just going to follow that thickness back of the headstock, and I'm going to arch down to the volute. Let me turn this around and show you what I did. See? And then we follow that down, and that swoops off. Now, depending on if you begin building, depending on what you design, your methods might end up being slightly different, and that's okay. I mentioned in an earlier video of this series, this is not the way to build a bass. This is a way to build a bass. This is the way I do it. And this is what works for me. The goal with these is for you to maybe become inspired and set out to do this on your own and come up with your own methods and find what works for you. Again, marking the 1st fret and the 12th fret. Right at about the 23rd, 22nd fret, I'm going to put a little swoop down. That tells me where to stop. We're going to open that up a lot more later for upper fret access, but for now, for glue up's sake, I'm going to leave that material there. All right. Same deal here. We're going to make a little swoop down for the volute. Now this curvy bottom edge, the treble side of the headstock, this is a little bit more tricky to map out thickness wise. I just run my finger over the top of the headstock and follow it like so. So I stick my pencil right on my measurement and come on down with it. And it's, you know, if the line is a little squiggly, I know to blend. Again, we're just making marks that we're going to rough it out to. We're not looking for CNC perfection right out of the gate at this stage. It's all about sculpting. You can always take material away, but you can't put it back. And as far as the head of the headstock, this end, I don't worry about that. Once I get my thickness here and my thickness there, I'm going to level that, and it's going to look great. Now I need to measure the depth. Let me turn this around so you can see what I'm talking about. I need to measure the thickness of what will be the body. So I'll take one of the wings and double check the measurement that I planed it to. It's usual for me, so that's what I'm going to measure to. There's that. There we have it. Open this around. So this gives me a blueprint of what I'm going to trim off the back of this neck. I'm going to loosen up my vise here. Same on the other side. There's that. And you can see there's not a whole lot of material to take off the back of the neck. There is enough though. When I first started out, I used to make things way thicker than they needed to be, and you talk about a lot of wasted material. So I've since learned not to do that so much. All right, that wraps up part 11. The next step is going to be trimming out and the rough carve, which will be a really fun video. So keep an eye out for that one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.